All right, here we go. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here at Eugene Snyder Field in Argos, Indiana. Welcome back to another edition of Boys Varsity Soccer with the Argos Dragons hosting the South Bend Riley Wildcats. We're going to change it up a bit. We have Steve Stricker on location at the Zone Sports Complex, furthering the future of the Ladies Dragons basketball program. He's going to be coaching today with the fifth grade team. So we have a substitute guest speaker in, my brother and the JV coach for Ancilla Chargers, Joe Stone.
Good morning.
Good morning's all we get.
Yeah.
All right.
Good morning.
Well, Joe, he might be a little novice at this, but we're gonna make it work tonight. Today we have a quality match, a beautiful field here at the Perfect Pitch. An absolutely sunny day. It's nice, cool temperatures, a nice light breeze, and so we're looking for some quality soccer out of the Dragons. Like we said, we are hosting South Bend Riley Wildcats. First of all, we do want to thank some sponsors. We have the RTC4 Communications that's been helping us this year, expanding coverages to multiple school programs. CNS Outdoors, CNS Automotive here in Argos. Huge thank you to them for sponsoring and helping yesterday with a great bonfire and after-game program with the junior high squads last night. The Zone Sports Complex in Plymouth, Indiana, Rochester Taekwondo, In Stitches and Signs, and Mr. Trophy here in Argos. Well, Joe, this is since your first time, and you've moved on from the program up to bigger and better things. What do you like, or what have you seen out of the boys that you like?
I don't know if necessarily better, but it is definitely bigger. A lot more responsibility. I'm having a blast up there. I have 27 kids just underneath me in my program myself, so it's been kind of a struggle running practice and making sure everybody's getting motivated and getting everything focused so we could get better throughout the season.
Yeah, that's big shoes to fill, and I think you'll be able to handle it just fine. The boys Dragons team looking pretty good, coming in with a record of 4-0-1. Obviously, with the first game of the season is always a tough one. It's either typically been Goshen or Warsaw, and this year it was Warsaw in a 4-4 tie. So, you see a lot of good things. We got a lot of quality players, and obviously one of the shining stars happens to be my nephew, your son, Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny's a special player. There's no doubt about it. He's one of those kids that we started off coaching at the U10 level, and he just took off from there. And when he got to U12, sent him on to new coaches, and he learned from them. And after he got done with that age group, he went up to the next age group and got new coaches. So he's just a special player, and he's really, really fun to watch.
Yeah, we talked about it in the game the other night that they were packing in the center and kind of parking the bus. And you got to give Elkhart Christian Academy. They really improved. I'm pretty sure. Let me see here. Was it Elkhart or was it Lakeland? Yep, Lakeland. I'm sorry, Lakeland. And they've have much improved program, but you can only do that for so long with parking the bus. And Vinny pulled back, got a little space, and then a couple quality shots, and really, really made him pay for that. And then after that, the players started going wide, creating some passing lanes and some channels, and made some nice one-touch shots. There was some balls in from Vanderweel. I remember Lucas having a nice 45 pass back, and some.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
we're going to take a quick break due to copyright reasons and the national anthem playing, so we're going to be right back after this. And we're back.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah. So here comes the teams out on the pitch, leading out. So we're going to go through the starting lineup for the South Bend Riley Wildcats. So we have number 0 in the box, Brian Durkinson. Number 2, Christian Santa. Number 3, Wes Hadley. Number 4, Jordan Butasta. Number 6, Dan Paulino Salazar. Number 7, Uzel Mora Gonzalez. Number 8, Brady Moore. Number 9, Ricardo Arcos Sidon Cardenas. Cardenza. Yeah, we'll get that in, as we always apologize for any names that we butcher. Number 10, Luis Morales. And number 19, Brandon Santa. All right. And for the Dragons, we have in the box number 79, Kyle Fishburne. Number 5, Lucas Vanderwill. Number 7, Vincent Stone. Number 8, Travis Tanner. Number 9, Zach Trump. Number 10, Owen Nifong. Number 11, Jonah Osborne. Number 12, Tim Almeyer. Number 14, Tyler Betts. Number 16, Evan Johnson. And bringing out the end, be number 23, Dylan Ballinger. All right, so we got rid of Mr. Giant Mosquito, and it was in our view. And here we go. We're going to look for another quality match. What do you expect for the lineup out of the Dragons?
Well, the lineup, it's the same set lineup that Todd's had so far all year long, and they're very strong physically. The skill level's very good. And what I expect today is to see a lot of pace on the attack. I mean, that's where we're the most successful. Formation, Coach Vanderbilt, he loves to play a 4-4-2, flat and back. And he really packs it in and makes sure that the defense, he loves the shutout. He loves to keep the shutout. So.
Well, I'm sure Kyle doesn't mind a shutout, too. It always makes him look good when the keeper can keep the slate at 0. And as they say, typically, the keeper should have had it. Well, the way I look at it is the first 10 shouldn't let it got back there to him. And so it's always a team effort when it comes to win or loss of goals or so on and so forth. So
the Dragons team this year, I mean, they're senior-lated. There's no doubt about it. There's 10 of them on the team. And, we were mentioning Vinny, how much of a shining star he is. But let's not forget Dylan Ballinger, Tyler Betts, Evan Johnson, all those kids, and Zach Trump, all those kids have grown up together playing travel soccer, rec soccer, all the way up through junior high. They've been together, and they help each other shine very much in this game.
Yeah. Well, it's always a team effort, and one thing that we've mentioned, or I have mentioned on the air and in the past, is that even though Vinny gets quite a bit of goals and this and that, he has a ton of assists. He's very unselfish, and that's the whole team's. That's one of the best thing about the team is they love to go down, and that's luckily. I mean, there's good things about broadcasting games, and there sometimes can be bad things because now everybody gets to watch game film. But the big thing is I like to see the split out of the Dragons. If they get an opportunity, they'll do a 1v1 or they'll push through and split it between some players, get it to the end line and do that 45 pass. And it's just such a brilliant play, and we've been working on that with junior high programs and all the way up, and it just creates a lot of opportunities for some simple touch-in goals, and we see it quite a bit, at least once a game, and so far it has not failed the Dragons. Ball's played wide, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Wildcats. A little bit of head ball there. This is
keeping the ball in the air a little bit.
It's all right.
Down to the ground.
As I always say, I'd like to see about the second or third. If you don't have pressure, go ahead and put a chest of feet and do some quality with it. But
see Dylan Ballinger stepping up.
Yeah, if anyone has a magnet for a head ball, it is Dylan Ballinger. I've talked about it in the past. fearless when it comes to it, and he's taller and thick, strong player, so he likes to get a header on it whenever he gets the chance, and he does a good job with it. Vanderbilt keeps it in. Nice little touch. Knife on, the ball goes wide. Nice little combination play. And step up by Betts, who's really put his effort in this year, and you can tell he's a senior, and he has matured well. 45, back in the middle, and and it's cleared out just at the end. I just talked about it. And there's Betsy going straight down to the end line.
Stone was sniffing the goal right there, no doubt about it.
Puts it in with his left, which is always nice. Oh, and that's a nice flow in the middle. And here goes Nifong, and he settles up. Betts gets it, goes wide with the first touch. Johnson waits a touch too long, good tackle, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Dragons.
The idea was there for him. He was getting ready to just held on to just a tad bit long.
Stone playing from the wide, and there's a ball in the middle. Vanderweel settles, shot, and he misses, gets a second chance, and that's a nice turnout by Riley. Ooh, fancy little move. I like that little back pass in there. Number 19, Brandon Santa. That's a good little move, and you can see there's some travel program players, and there's some good school and everything that goes with it, and you can see them. Nice little touch.
To throw in for the Dragons. All the way over at the far corner.
Osborne with the throw. Gives it in. Straight off of there. Plays back. Vanderbilt tries to turn and put it in the middle. Loses possession. Nice little move. And Stone comes over to recover. And it's going to be a throw in. He tips it off. Dragons. Quick throw out of Stone. Here's Osborne. A sliding tackle. And that's going to be the first corner of the game going to the Dragons.
Well, there's something we haven't seen all year long. Stone
taking the corner.
Yeah.
Stone has typically camped out far post, and today he's going to whip one in, and there goes up and a nice sailor, and keeper comes out, loses possession, gets a good and nice save.
Ooh.
And he goes after, and you betcha he can't do that.
He goes are flaring.
Already he went right after Osborne, and he can't do that.
Osborne did go flying in there.
He did, but he can't intimidate. He cannot go after that player after that.
You're right.
And by the rules, kicks it up, and he has to go off. I'm not sure what's going on. He's going off the pitch. He was in the box when he did it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the official calls, and they're going to be. He gets a yellow. And after punting the ball out, I'm not sure. There should be a free kick for the Dragons.
Yeah.
It wasn't intentional by Osborne. He ran through, tried to get to it, and then the goalkeeper took offense.
Yeah, he laid off.
And the coach is letting him have it, telling him, "Hey, what are you thinking?" Now I'm not real sure how it's a free kick for the. I'm not real sure on the official letting them have it. If nothing else, it's a non-contact foul. It should be an indirect kick in the box. In worst case scenario, possibly.
Well, I'll try to find out.
PK, but it would have been as far as I'm from my officiating days. There's only a couple plays that can be an indirect kick in the box. One dangerous in that type of instance. Gets a yellow card. It was a careless challenge or play, so I think definitely at minimal it was a indirect kick for the Dragons, but Almeyer comes up with the tackle.
Roberto Santos is the center official, and then he saw it otherwise. So
yep,
we're just got to
it's
I might go over and
kind of a gray area when it comes to officiating, and there's only 13 laws of the game, as they say. Correct? 13? 17 laws of the game. And
you're close.
Well, I only abide by 13 of them. So, but so there's a lot of gray area. It's, play on, advantage, and all those types of things, dangerous play. One person may call a high kick, but if there's not a defender or another player near him, it's not a dangerous play. So you can have the high kick. Last year or 2 years ago, we had a playing from the ground that the fans were all wanting, but there was no one around them. So, and it led to a goal that kind of ended the season for the Dragons. But it's all how you interpret the rules. And there's a good ball in, and here's a nice save out
Dylan.
of Ballinger.
Right there at the right time.
Yep. Nifong with the long hit. Stone stepped back to try to play the miss. And right there, see, and that's the perfect example. Don't turn your back.
Yep.
Betts turns. And as official, if you run through and you make contact and you're going face forward, I kind of let it go. But if you turn your back, I'm going to call the foul on you if it's a contact play because you're not in control of your body when you have your back turned.
Yeah, you're not supposed to leave your feet anyway.
Yeah,
according to the rules. So
you got a coach over there for Riley, Paul Kingston. His son plays at Connor plays for the Invaders. I know that, and he wasn't real happy, and he put his starting keeper on the bench. Yeah, he was beyond off.
well offside.
So he put his starting keeper on the bench, and it's going to let him think about it for a bit. As we saw in the JV game, the substitute keeper has quite a foot.
Yeah, he was punting 3/4 field.
Yeah,
easy.
2 bounces in the other box to Tyler Mackey at times. No, we don't want to squish it. We just want to corral that little rascal out the window, save the bee. You guys are killing me over here. Amy, our wife, is in here again and grabbing the fly swatter immediately. We don't want to. We want to keep them around.
Yeah, I think the Dragons just need to be a little patient, right?
Yeah, they're a little antsy. Not playing the feet. They're going to have to settle down, but there's a brilliant hit. I just talked about his foot. One bounce in the other box.
And it looks like that Kyle Fishburne was paying attention during that JV game because he was already out there waiting.
Already out high.
Waiting on it to receive
the defense has got to be aware of that long kick, so because as soon as it's hit, the offense is going to run onto it.
So, but here's a funny thing: you only allowed 3 halves in one day.
Yeah, so no matter what, the varsity keeper is coming back in.
Yeah, at least the second half.
So it might be a learning lesson. Leave them out until if there is a Dragon goal or until the half, whatever it may be. But
so we need to pressure a little more right there. Good job, Owen.
Nifong with the run gets a good through ball, and unfortunately, it's a little too close to the defender.
A little wider.
Yep, go a little wider. Here's a throw into Stone. Stone.
Smothered.
Yeah, a little bit. Players in. Good challenge. And Nifong says, the official says, nope, it's open.
He was on.
And there's a good ball in. And he pulls back and slows it up.
Good job,
and the fans for Wildcats, Riley was wanting to go straight to goal, and I kind of agree. Nice ball out of Tim Almeyer. Stone has it. Cuts back, and he's going to have a shot, and it's blocked by number 8.
Good job. Good defense.
Brady Moore, and he's not going to let him have the easy ones if possible. Nice hustle out of Vanderweel. Osborne, back to Vanderweel. Over to 18 at the corner. Kicks to Stone. Stone thought about the bicycle kick.
Sure did.
Looks, goes around 3-4. Kicks it back center, and it's going to be cleared out. Almeyer settles with the chest. Sophomore coming along very well in the program. Oh, Stone was feeding him and wanted him to continue the run. And the ball's played out. It's going to be a throw-in for the Dragons.
A little bit of uneducational
communication,
there.
yep. And it's
he's
Tim Almeyer.
Yep,
we've talked about
those runs, and he needs to continue doing them. He does them very well.
He's got the wheels, and he has the body and the engine for it. So he's coming around. He hasn't had the most soccer experience. We talked about it. Come up at the zone and ended up in the Argos, which has been a great fit for him.
Played one season of travel last season for Jerry Stone's
and went to join the travel program at Argos FC and has just really blossomed as a player. So Nifong doing well, crosses it in, good whip in, and here comes the Dragons. Vanderweel looks, and they cleared out. And I think that the Riley is just pretty content right now with getting the ball wide, out of bounds, and then resetting on the defense.
Yeah, they're packing it in a little bit.
Ball's missed, hit up, Betts.
This is where the Dragons definitely needs to be patient because they are packing it in.
Yep.
We just got to work the ball. Keep bringing it inside, and we'll get one. As soon as we do, it'll open up for us.
Long hit, and it's off the power line, and
saved by the power line.
Gabe's third. Ball wide. Nice try. Good idea out of Betts with the left. Almeyer turns and makes a quality pass, and the run-through's not there. A little bit off from Tanner. Ballinger hits it up forward. Good settle. Communication doing well out of Riley. Tries to chip it in the center. It's going to be an ugly bounce, hard one to settle, and he turns with it. Has to go backwards, and that's going to be a difference.
Tyler Betts, great pressure. By Tyler Betts forcing that young man to go backwards.
Osborne needs to go ahead and rotate his body to the wide and take it to outside instead of back towards pressure. Stone gets it. Nice little slip to Betts. Betts going to go to Travis Tanner wide. Nice little touch. Here comes Tanner. And good hustle out of number 2, Christian Santa from Riley. Ball's played back through, and a good combination play between Hadley and Santa, and the ball's down, and there's going to be play on, and it's going to be a goal or a free kick for Riley.
Argos.
Nice little short play. Communication, the old give and go, works well. Now he looks back, puts it back in the center, a little bit high, and Stone's going to get it, puts it straight up to Nifong. Nifong drags it through, gets it to Stone. Stone's going to go through, and he's got a breakaway. He's got one on him, and he's trying to knock him off the ball, and he gives a square pass, and it's going to be tapped in by Vanderweel. And that's a beautiful pass out of Stone. He tried to get him knocked off the ball, and he remained with his composure, puts a square ball in, and Vanderweel taps it in. Vanderweel's been benefiting by a good hustle, being in the right spots, and Stone's been feeding him quite a bit of the assist for him this season, and it's a smart little run. Stone had him on the pace, and they tried to shield him off, and he was just too strong and gave a great left-footed square ball, and all Vanderweel had to do is redirect it. It's a great lesson for the kids. Don't swing, just redirect. Good things happen in front of the goal. So you're going to keep the stats for me, yeah? You got them?
I got them going here for you.
Shots on goal, where are we at the moment? Basically
now,
1 or 2 shots on goal, that's it.
We have one shot on goal, and we've scored. So.
Well, we'll take the accuracy fact, and here's going to be a throw-in for the Dragons.
Number 9, Rodrigo Cardenas.
So yeah, just such a smart player.
Yep, knife on, gets the ball over to Betts,
exactly,
and that's a good save. Stone has it, pulls it back. He's got 2 on him. Betts comes back to help out. Gives a great through ball. That's just brilliant to the wide. Osborne. Nice little touch. Here comes a 45, and it's going to be intercepted and kicked out.
Yeah, that's the little things. You know, Jonah didn't play last year.
And you can see that's what his dad and him talked about. And
that's the little things that he needs to, know when to get his ball in the air and when to lay it on the ground and, keep it on the deck. So those are little things that he'll have to figure out, That right there, there's plenty of blue kids in the box there, so he should have
put it up in the air a little bit. Good outstep out of Betts. Stone. Stone one touch and Nifong. Nifong feeds it through to Stone. That's a brilliant ball, and Stone's going to nutmeg, and it gets blocked.
Good save by the keeper.
Just touched out. That's a really nice through ball from Nifong. That was really, really quality. Led him out to the outside. And Stone's going to take a corner kick again. Now, look at the keeper. Look at Stone. Look at the keeper. You got the wind on your side. I'll tell you what I would be doing. I'd whip it in near post and score it right here.
They have somebody on the near post, so.
Well.
Yes, he's going for Dylan.
Yeah, he's heading for Dylan, and then Dylan's called for the foul. Charged in a little bit too tough. The nice thing is, if you do try that scoring, if you get it on near post and he has to, everybody collapses on the goal, it really causes havoc. And that's a hard ball to head out. Good square pass out to the angle to wide for Riley. Almeyer with the hustle, stepping up, and exactly what you're supposed to do. Yeah, his first touch is a little heavy, but it's back in the defensive third, offensive third for us, and that's a good one touch out of Nifong again. Stone has it, gives it to Vanderweel, loses possession. And once again, Riley's just content getting it out, getting some numbers back behind the ball. Marking Stone pretty well.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, had his hand on his back. Here's a long hit out. Almeyer, good little settle back up towards the middle. Nifong's going to get it. Looks wide gets possession, battles through it. Good hustle. Good work out of the freshman. Ball ends up going forward, and here comes Trump. And, he's going to be called with the foul and just kind of gets there a touch late. And Not that it was intended. It was just one of those things and runs through them. And here comes the Dragons. Going to have to defend with Riley's free kick. They're going to play short. They're playing smart. Trying to go with technique, and that works well.
I have no idea where that one was going to.
Yep, Tanner
Travis
with the miss hit. And he needs to settle it. And then on the flip side, so does number 4.
Yeah.
Bautista had a miss hit, and it went out of bounds, and it's going to be the Dragons throw in. And now here's another one. Stone quickly to Vanderweel. Hands extended. Vanderweel gets around him. Vanderweel needs to make that first touch back towards the middle. And now here's Stone making another corner.
It's our third corner of the game.
I don't know if Stone told Coach Vanderweel, hey, I'd like to take some corners or what, but he went from 0 corners and throughout the season to taking all 3 so far for the Dragons. Nice ball in the middle. And Ballinger gets his head on it, and it's going to be wide. Goal kick for the Riley Wildcats. Couple subs coming in.
Yeah, Dylan needs to set himself outside that box and come running in.
Yeah, he is a
was
stationary player like that, and it comes to him very well, and he's taller, so he gets his head on it, and he's strong, and he moves players. But if he moves towards the goal, the strength off that head is going to be phenomenal. Nice little save. Chipped out. Betts with a great run through and good hustle out of Betts. Nice touch. He's going to be a little heavy, and that's a good effort.
Heavy.
I'll take that effort.
Yeah, it's great
That's
effort.
Good work. And I'll tell you what, the improvement out of Betts from seasons past has been tremendous. Just the effort, the attitude, he's settled down.
I think a lot of it's
the
just
maturity has come through, and then the fact that he's using his left foot as much as he has been a real bonus for his play. Ballinger's got plenty of time, relaxes, thinks. He says, all right, I'm just going to go long and hit Vinny on the run, and it's going to be a little too long. And
keep that little wider so
yep,
the keeper can't come
keeps
out
the
and get
keeper up off his line and takes the ball. Oh, and a miss swing. 16 Baker, he's going to want that one back. Stone sees Betts in the middle. Betts looks, opens up, receives with back foot. Back to Stone, 1v1. He's going to have him. And here comes another 45, and he mishits, and it's going to be a goal kick.
You know, that was a good defensive play by number 15. Just give Vinny just a little shove, throw him off balance a little bit, but it wasn't bad. No need for a call there, but he got him there.
Well,
that was good.
And they start watching for that, and then what Stone will end up doing is cutting a back across when he's running beside him, and then he'll be turned. Oh, and he was off.
No, he was on. It was played by –
No, it was played by us, or played by them, and it was a header. And if you watch the film later, you'll see that he was a step off.
Huh?
But that's all right. JR was a little bit behind this quick slip, but that was a good play. Nice wide shot. Good attempt. Ballinger with the small hit.
Yeah.
Past the circle on the far side, and it's out of bounds, and here comes the Dragon throw-in. Throw in the Stone, looks back, drops it over. Here comes Trump. Johnson runs through it. Johnson settles. 100 mile an hour, good little play.
Header.
Chest, got his settle, ended up coming up, so he used his head second time.
Owen's got to be careful leading with that
Outer step.
Out step.
He does that. It's one of those. It's one of those things that he's going to have to learn, but he's done that for a long time, and it's a hard habit to break. Trump with the quick throw. Osborne loses possession, throw in for Riley. Osborne dispossesses. Back through Riley. Riley makes a move. Ballinger settles, has a little bit of time. Gets some pressure from behind, makes a nice little play, and that's a good little ball up there, and Osborne was not moving quick enough to get the pass. Good ball, and
Zach Trump's going to run this one down.
Yeah, Trumpy's got some wheels. He's got a good little engine.
Well done,
Him
Zach.
and Johnson both back there are very quick, deceptively quick for the size of their body. Good engines, and that's a nice attempt for a through ball. And that's where I want to see Knife on go ahead and take that chest to feet. He had time and space. Betts with the hustle. Yep, that's good possession and play on. Yep, because there was a little bit of a jump and a flop and got an advantage and maintained possession. Good little hit, Ballinger, I want to see Ballinger use his chest there, and that's a good ball in, and here comes. Good play, good turn. Nice turn, gets him backside, and, he gets it through, and there's a miss hit, and here comes Travis Tanner in the foot race, hits it. Riley still has possession. Good through ball, Almeyer. Timmy Almeyer is going to come through, and he's going to and puts it up to Stone. Stone looks, he's got one, and there's that little cutback I was just talking about. Vanderweel smart, settles himself up to keep himself on sides. Slips it through. Stone has it, and he breaks away, and it's going to be saved by the keeper. Good little play.
That's a hard pass to hit. That,
yep.
2 feet away from him, and he sends a rocket to him right there. He's got to. That's where.
And
Lucas
we stopped the clock and got a man down back here.
Nice, easy tap on there.
Yeah. Stone was running through with some pace, and it got him kind of off the knee, and then he almost caught up with it. And there's number 3, Hadley for Riley going out. Number 5 coming in, Wesley. He's going off. He looks like he'll be okay. Jogging on off. Coach walking off. Assistant coach looks like Matt Room. So, keeper has it. Never really understand how they've changed that. The keeper has it, and that's fine. There was an injury, 1 sub on off, but then for some reason they started letting other people sub in, and you're not supposed to do that on a foul or an injury.
Well, the high school rules are a little bit different than what USEF is, and it used to be 1 for 1, but now I think they changed the rule where you can
sub extra.
You can sub extra.
Stone has it, chips it up. Osborne's making his run. Osborne turns it into the player. He's going to shoot with his left. Shoots. He holds on and passes it. He's in front of the goal. And Coach Vanderweel's going to tell him, hey, you need to shoot that. And I'm going to agree 100%. He could have pulled the trigger twice with his left foot and had a step advantage on the player. And then ended up backing himself into a corner and having to go backwards. Almeyer with a great save. Pulls it up. He's got time. He sees it. He's going to make a little run.
See, right here's where Lucas should be checking back to him instead of standing.
Almeyer, and unfortunately, Tim knocks it out of bounds. And here he comes. He's got to come back and help on D. And Tanner steps up, and that's a good play out of Tanner. And that's a smart play out of Riley. Here comes across, and there's the man open. And chips it up. He's going to get the ball. Number 10 has it. Morales. And they play it back. Here's a chip in. And they stood there because they thought they were offsides. And if they made a play for it, they knew they were going to be called. So they just stood there and let the ball go out. And smart awareness play out of Riley.
Jacob Olds is coming in the game now for Jonah Osborne. Jonah was getting a little tired there.
Yeah, Osborne out. Olds in. Here's a long hit. Plays the miss. Riley ends up with it. Chips it out of bounds. So Riley's improved quite a bit, but you can see that their passing is a little off at the moment. Yep, hand and elbow in the back.
Good call.
Yep. Knocked him off of the play. So Stone, number 7, versus Gonzalez, number 7, and Gonzalez was called for the foul. There's Stone immediately going to the far, looking. He knows Ballinger. And the official said something to him to settle him down. Here's a great ball in. Header wide. Here comes Olds. Touch. Puts it in the middle, and it's blocked. Ball's played wide. It's going to be drag and throw in. Stone has it. Good battle. Maintains possession. Goes in. Gets it through, and that's a great through ball to Nifong, who's square. Oh, my word. Ifong wants it back, and he hits it with the left. I'm not real sure why he didn't try far post on that. He looked like he was at the 6.
It looked like he had a decent angle.
And then he went ahead and went square. Well, if you're going to go square, you're going to be in some trouble with that many defenders packed in the center. You have to go back at a 45 a little bit. Yep. Check up. Last thing you do, take a quick peek, see where they are, then make the pass. So, good effort. Once again,
Looks like Riley's game plan is just to hit the long ball and then
let-
try to slip it.
See
past
if
our
they can
defense.
slip it and
Yep.
number 10 can catch up with it, but they're going to have to account for Trump and
Evan Johnson back
Johnson back there with some good wheels and some smart play to keep them from having a quality shot. Unfortunately, a pass is intercepted.
there. Yes.
Ballinger goes, and here comes Trump, or Vanderbilt passes it wide to Tanner. Tanner looks, going to go right back in, and that's where I'd like to see him go down
Yep,
the line
it's gotta be
instead
down
of
the line, not towards the
instead of
middle.
back towards the center where all the defense was at. We had time to spread them. A nice header out of Tanner.
He was here the other night. Oh, was he? Yeah.
Johnson puts it up right to Olds. Olds, unfortunately, didn't get the reception, and the ball's out of bounds, throwing for Riley Wildcats.
Jacob Olds with the ball.
Vanderbilt gets it now. Vanderbilt's leading. There are some chippy little rascals. They don't
are.
like to be muscled, even though we're muscling them fairly. They like to give that extra swing of the arms or this or that. And
It's
that's
the
just,
South Bend style.
yeah,
of
it's
soccer.
just
That's where
the
they play
mentality up there, and it's kind of how they are. But you can see it doesn't really do them any benefit. Just ask their starting goalkeeper, who's still sitting in the shade over there. And I think it's going to be a long, hard lesson for him because by the looks of it, he's going to sit the entire first half.
And for Argos, number 11, Jonah Osborne.
Knife on out. Stone has it. Nice square pass to Almeyer. And Almeyer doesn't get it. And Almeyer's like, well, I'm going to have to go after it. Hits it up. Tanner receives it and does not receive it well, and it goes out of bounds. Almeyer's going to hustle
boys,
back.
touches.
Yep. Once again, it's off of the back of Riley, and it goes Dragons' way. Betts gets it up, and it's chipped back in the middle. Stone going to let him make the play and then hit it over to Betts. Betts with that's a good leading ball. Nice little left touch. First touch out of Osborne, just gets a little too close to Riley. Good work. Good pressure. No, and
Can't
going
bowl
to call,
through,
going to call
Can't bowl through.
Osborne out of control with the body a little bit, and free kick for Riley. So Dragons with the flat four. They're expecting a long kick. The goalkeeper has a nice foot when he punts it. Makes the Colts and them want to come look at him because he gets it 3/4 of the field. Stone with the header. Old's going to run through, and he does, heads it up. Stone gets it, puts it to Olds. Olds back to Stone.
Well done, Olds.
And there's a nice little through ball, and it's just too heavy, and the goalkeeper's going to snag it with ease. Ballinger steps, gets the first touch on it. Plays it wide to Olds. Olds, miss-hit.
Got to relax.
Yeah, going to
Gotta
settle with
relax.
that or take it a little wider, then receive it. Subs coming in.
And that's a lot of it. I mean,
Yeah,
these kids know what they want to do with it, but sometimes they just take their eye off the ball because they want to send it up too quick. And sometimes you just settle it and then send it up, everything works out. But
The old story of throwing the ball before you even caught it in
Yes,
baseball.
exactly.
You hear it a billion times growing up in Little League. You got to catch it before you throw it. You have to receive it before you can pass it. And that's a great ball out of Tanner. And the
well done.
defender, number 5, Wesley, comes across the pitch to around the box to
See,
clear
that
it
time
out.
There, Tanner threw it up
Yep.
the line instead of taking it into the middle. So that was
So it's a good work there.
Yes.
Travis Tanner with a brilliant left-footed cross, and Vanderbilt's waiting and gets headed out. Here's the ball wide, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Dragons. And Stone's taking it again.
Oh, and knife on coming back.
And Tanner's coming out. Tanner's typically the one that's been taking a lot of the corners.
Well,
and,
Todd probably saw something.
Yep,
he
Coach
hasn't liked
Vanderbilt
it.
said he wants to try something a little different this game. And good work. Nice ball in. Betts comes wide.
And for Argos, number 10, Owen Nightfall.
And kicks it off, and that's a good throw-in for the Dragons. Throw-in's quick. Runs through it, hits it out. And it's going to be a corner kick. It's already across the line.
It's the Dragons' fifth corner already of the first half. So, we are putting ample pressure on them.
The pressure's on, and
It's just the little things right now that's
Yep,
killing us
just
that we're not finishing.
not receiving and in a timely fashion with quality and going ahead and putting it in. But here comes Stone. Here's a long one. There's Ballinger making a run, and there's a nice attempt out of Nifong.
Yeah.
And there's going to be another corner to the other side. That's where the Riley player needs to be aware of the game. He watches our player head it and then tries to clear it out when it's clearly, obviously going right out the back where you get a goal kick. But
Yes.
he swings at it. So,
Young.
yep. And now
Young
we
and
got
learning.
Osborne taking it. Now, see, we got
Exactly.
Stone in the back line. Let's see if Osborne gives a good one. Sure does. And it's moved out. Handball on Nifong, but they clear it out so they don't call it.
Yep, they're just letting it play.
Johnson puts it right back up in the play, out of bounds. It's going to be a tipped, and it's going to be a tip-off, and it's going to be the Dragons throw-in. Vanderbilt lets it slide. Nifong, shot, quick, and nice little attempt
bad,
just on the
not
near side of the goal.
I think we just need to keep putting the ball to the outside. And
Spread them.
Spread them out.
Create that open lanes. Dragons going to be wide, or going to be just fine with it. We've seen a lot of it. Header, good out of Betts. And played out of bounds, and it's going to be throw-in for the Dragons. Olds throws it to Stone. Stone lets it roll by and uses the momentum. Gives a great through ball. Osborne's in. Let's see what he does. Touch in. Pulls back. Square. Here's another one. Tries again. Header again. And it's chipped out. Settle out of. Oh. Ballinger heads it forward. Headed again.
Off their own player.
Off the Riley's player. And here's a good little ball to Olds. Olds with the touch. Still has possession. Loses possession. It's fair play. And it's cleared out by Riley. I'd like to seen Osborne take a shot on that one. He had the goalkeeper way near post. He was nervous the way it was, and it would have been on a strong right foot. Tried for the cross, and there's just too many people towards that mid. Stone has it. Gives a through ball up to Olds. And it's played out of bounds, and it's going to be thrown for the Dragons.
Got to be expecting it.
Yep. Stone gets it, rolls it to center. Square ball to Betts. Betts is going to be able to get there. Going to make the play wide to Osborne. Foy pulls back, gives it over to Nifong in the dead center.
Got to go to the ball.
Battle,
Son.
turns. Johnson goes wide immediately, switches the field of play, and that's absolutely brilliant. Beautiful play. Here's a shot in the middle, and Vanderbilt gets there just late.
He used his left, though.
Yep, he crossed it over there towards the middle, and Vanderbilt unable to get to it, but that was absolutely gorgeous play. Smart out of Johnson to go wide first time. Oh, look at the little chip. And two players for Riley cross and knock it off the player for Vanderbilt. Throw in for Dragons. Here comes a sub. Crum coming in. Vanderbilt going out. Crum's done very well in his role. He comes in and he plays a few minutes here, a few minutes there, works super hard, keeps the pressure up high.
Yeah, Matthew's a good
Yep.
player. He knows his role. He does his job. He doesn't try to do too much.
Yep, he plays
He does
very
exactly
well.
what Coach Vanderbilt wants him to do, and Coach Vanderbilt praises him for it.
Ball's in. Trumpy moves it, gets it taken away, and here comes the counter. Johnson steps up, moves his ball, and here's two-hand shove in the back from
Let
number
that one
3.
go.
And he
Missed the ball, did a spun, and
yeah, and then a
that's
little
okay.
shove in the back, but it's sometimes how it goes, and it's going to be a throw-in for Riley. Johnson, nope, throw-in Riley.
Jeez. Back forward needs to get set now, get back in their shape.
Well, Almeyer's come towards the center. Osborne hits it up. Goes Crum. Crum's going to apply some pressure. They just hit it out of bounds,
That's all
and
you
they're
need to
happy
do,
with it.
Just apply that pressure. They panicked, hit the ball out of bounds.
Crummy works, and they pulled on it. Nothing called. Stone has it. Going to distribute. Towards the center, just misses. Gets broke up. Here comes Ballinger. Good little support. Good ball movement out of Riley. Olds breaks it up. Chips up. Crum turns, and there's going to be a late hit, but he plays foul.
Yep.
And it's going to be a kick out of Riley. Well, here we are, 7 minutes left in the first half. Dragons up 1-0. Well, what do you think? Is that the scoreline you were thinking as they were getting
honestly,
close to?
I think we're definitely dominating possession. We keep the ball down in their end more than they've had it on ours. But right now, the Dragons just look a little sluggish, a little tired. They've had quite a few games. They had quite a few games already this season, and quite a few more they have to come. So they got a little growing up to do yet still, I think. And but they're playing well. They're holding the shutouts. They had another shutout against Lakeland Christian, 5-0. Shutout against Elkhart Christian. So the defense is playing well. Just got to get everybody else on the same page right now is what it looks like.
Header comes forward. Stone has possession. He's going with pace. He's going to try to split him, and he does. He gets the ball over, goes through again, and it comes across. The fourth player caught him, number 19, Brandon Santa. He's got some wheels. On subs called, and they bring him back to throw. And Nifong's going to get it.
Lucas Vanderwill's back.
Vanderwill's in, and Betts is going to get his first break of the game. And Tyler Betts, it looked like his first break, and he's done very well with the hustle. Stone has a great little move. Square ball, and it's broke up, and he was picking out Crum, and Crum was right where he needed to be. And Johnson went down, and no one around him, and it was nice. Riley player helped him up. He kind of just kicked the ground a little bit when he went to settle that ball and miss-hit, so it's going to be Riley's throw-in. He hit the ground hard.
Yeah, he did.
He was just like standing there and down, and he's holding his arm a little bit, breathing in.
If you or I felt like that.
Yeah, we wouldn't be getting up
quite.
Yeah, we wouldn't get up quite that big, quick. There's a little divot in the ground, but good work, good hustle out of Crum. Good hustle out of Crum, and he's going to apply the pressure, and it's going to be a throw-in. And Riley, nice header out of Olds, throw-in for Riley. Once again, Dragons going to the ball. That's why there's been so many quick plays back out. Being the first to the ball definitely makes a difference.
It's very important in the game.
Crum again. Here's a square ball. Intercepted. Knife on. Good one touch to Stone. Stone with the leading ball to Vanderweel. Outstep touch. Vanderweel's going to go back heel to Osborne. Osborne shot with the left. And it's going to be saved by the keeper. Nice shot. Good transition. Good ball skills out of the Dragons on that whole segment right there. Nice little back heel, smart play.
Notice how quick we move the ball, how easy it is for us to get up to the field.
Yep, and here's a ball. Stone trying to get out to Osborne, and it's intercepted. Ballinger with the heavy settle. And Trump hits it up. It's off of the player. Olds tries. Get it. Out of Hadley keeps it in. Good hustle out of him. Gets the ball square in the middle. And then that's a good hustle play out of Osborne and Nifong. Both of them back to help out in the mids. Nifong's got a break. Here he goes. He's going to go through ball to Vanderweel. And that's not been working right now. Here's a shot volley way off the mark. Good attempt out of
It's hard to beat any
Osborne.
high school team. I mean, unless they're just not a very good team. But it's hard to beat any good team just going straight up the middle. We have to keep the ball out wide there. And, Vinny's tried several times getting the ball up the middle, Dylan, Owen, and Jonah, and it just hasn't worked very well for us. How did we score our first goal? Ball out wide.
Yep.
So
there's a ball.
Got to keep it outside.
You got to move it wide, create some open lanes. And it's going to be a throw in for Almeyer, just past midfield. Header up, back forward. Here comes Ballinger. Looks, settles, gets Almeyer. Almeyer's looking for Stone, misses, but gets it back to. Pressure gets it over to Stone to Osborne. Osborne with a play straight to Riley's feet, but he battles back, knocks it out of bounds.
Those are the little things.
Yeah, those are just a diagonal pass at an angle. Vanderweel was making the run, and we went straight. Stone gets it to Almeyer, and unfortunately kind of didn't get enough on it, so it really caused some pressure on Almeyer. Good work out of Riley to keep working. It is only 1-0. It's working hard, yes.
They are playing very hard.
And Trumpy gets called for the foul. A little tenacious on the back heels there. And Riley's going to have an offensive play here. He's not waiting. He's going quick, which is a smart play, and he gets in position, and he turns with it. He's going to get a shot off, and it's saved by
Great save by
Fishburne. Very, very good play out of number 11, Alvarev. And I tell you what, Alvarez is a quality little turn, but it's a good save. He got it up high, which was very beneficial for Fishburne. Get him up in the hands for the keepers, and it helps him out. Here's a nice cross, a good corner, and Fishburne snags it out of the air, and he's on the roll up. Here's a long hit, and Crummey's going to be able to get it. A nice little touch out of the air to Vanderweel. That's a brilliant, good work here. Ball out wide to Olds. Olds settles, tries to go back in the middle. Loses possession. Almeyer with the chest gets it over to Osborne. Osborne going straight up the field and right to the other player again. Boy, I can't say enough about that first touch out of Crum. That was
beautiful.
Beautiful work. Good little turn. Put the ball right on Vanderweel's feet. Well, Dragons, it could have been a dangerous play. And that's going to lead to an opportunity. And there's the ball cleared out at the end. Oh, and here we go. Here comes a fast break. And the ball goes wide, and the keeper's out of the box. Here's where Vanderweel's going to have to get it in. And throwing quick. Stone's coming up. He sees Stone. Stone looks. Gets a chest. Waits. And the ball's cleared out. Too many people in the middle.
You notice there, as soon as the keeper coming out,
yeah.
That's when Lucas decided to go. He should have already been
on the run.
Away.
Here's a ball in the middle, and there's going to be chipped, and it's blocked out, and the keeper catches it, and here's a quick throw. Almeyer's going to go to the ball, and he just misses. A back heel goes forward. Nice little Maradona turn. Rolls it back, and Trump. And I don't know what the AR is looking for. It's definitely a handbar. And then Dylan Bonder just like, all right, we're running the clock out, taps it forward. So here we are, halftime at Eugene Snyder Field. Dragons up 1-0 against South Bend Riley. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, RTC for Communications, The Zone Sports Complex, CNS Outdoors, CNS Automotive, Rochester Taekwondo, In Stitches and Sign, Mr. Trophy, and everybody who's been a great supporter for the programs. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we have. Well, he's announcing. All right, so here we go. Shots for the Dragons. We got 3 shots on goal, 1 score with Vanderweel, and assist from Stone. Shots on goal, Riley with the 1 save out of Fishburne. Corner kick, 6 for the Dragons, 1 for Riley right there at the end when they had that burst of ambition. Goals and then saves, obviously, the one that Fishburne had. Keeper for the
Substitute
Wildcats. Yep, that would have been same as for the JV. Alejandro Fuentes. Got my good Spanish accent on there.
Nice.
Alejandro Fuentes with a brilliant save on a couple there. And he has a massive, massive foot with a huge, beautiful punt. And we got a meeting of the minds out there in the middle for the coaching staff.
Yeah, well, right now Todd's probably saying, "What do you see?" That's the first thing.
He's going to ask.
For 8 years, I coached with Coach Todd, and he always the first thing we did, we walked out there at halftime or whatnot. He goes, "What do you see?"
Yeah, and you like to see, like you got Brent Markley, the coach for the junior high, out there just listening, trying to take in something to learn from it. And so we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back in a few minutes. We're just going to let this roll out, and we're going to relax for a minute, catch our breaths here at the Eugene Snyder Field. So, well, I guess that's going to be it. Dragons lead. We've got 8 minutes till the game resumes. Dragons up 1-0. And we're back. So we got about 30 seconds left for kickoff of the second half here at Eugene Snyder Field. Beautiful Argos, Indiana. we want to thank everybody at the school and all the community that's provided us with this huge and beautiful soccer complex that we have here at Eugene Snyder Field, the perfect pitch. And it's always kind of humorous that we talk about that, and then typically Eugene Snyder himself sitting behind us here, still involved, always watching.
A legend.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice. So here we are. We're getting ready to kick off. Dragons going heading north now, and Riley heading south on the field. So, and well, yeah, he has to. The goalie, starting goalkeeper's back out because the other goalkeeper is out of halves.
You're only allowed to play 3 in
You're
one
only
game.
allowed in 3 in a day.
3 in a day.
So here we go. And I think he learned his lesson that he wants to behave, and he is playing on the yellow. So, and there's the ball, and Dragons go with pace, and that's a nice through ball, and it could be in. And once again, Trump with the outstep kicks it wide. Here's Almeyer. Plays it up. Play it right back in, and it's a good ball, and he's off sides.
I think Dylan Ballinger.
Well, he was. I know, but I think the AR was just a tad bit asleep, and Ballinger helps him along, saying, "Hey, wave the flag." Oh boy, I tell you, Ballinger doesn't get up in the air like he typically does. Almeyer's going to battle for it. He's got wheels. Here he goes, and the ball's pressed all the way back. Travis Tanner puts it up. Stone's going to battle. Ball's lost. Both of them with feet up. Everybody's going sloppy play at the moment. See some kids run through that. Ball's played deep. And Riley, who's been playing kind of a flat 4, they are definitely doing the long ball, and that's a nice hit. Here's a shot, and it's way off the mark. They're playing deep with the flat, but when it comes to when the Dragons start really applying pressure, they get that very back person just starts going way deep. Trying to, it almost turns it into a diamond.
Which is, the way Riley's playing, which is also another South Bend trait. Kick the ball long and chase it down. And
well, it's kind of the old school soccer we used to do. As a lot of soccer used to be back in the day was kick it hard, run fast. If they got there before you, you hit them. You bumped them a little bit and tried to get an advantage off of it. Stone knocked off the ball. Here comes Riley. Here's a nice chip up. And Fishburne off his line. Takes it in, no problem. Looks, he's going to have long hit. A little bit of height. Osborne lets it bounce. Osborne needs to jump straight through, and that's a brilliant head ball out of Osborne. And once again, and just gets a little too much. Stone's going to make him pay, and he chips him, and it's just off to the side.
That keeper was sleeping on the line.
The keeper was not ready. And Stone with pure wheels, as soon as the ball was headed forward, he took off. He didn't wait to see where it was going, and that's the kind of anticipation, proactive runs you have to have if you want to take it advantage. And just about got that outstep chip to go in. Well, let's see what the keeper has. Left-footed curler. Osborne with another header. Stone taps it over to Vanderwell. Vanderwell looks. Doesn't get the hit that he wanted. He wanted to go out to Nifong and didn't get it. Betts gets moved, and here's a pass. It's blocked. Betts with the header forward. Once again, if you can chest it and keep control, you'll be better off than heading it back to the other team. There's the little late hit shove, but Dragons maintain possession, and then Betsy gets it taken away. And here comes Osborne and Betts, and they all go down. I kind of thought that was possibly a coming. But since all 3 players went down, they just said 50-50 and go on with it. The ball's too wide. Stone can't get to it. It's hit. Up comes Trump. Johnson clears it forward, and Vanderweel's on the far side is going to make a run. And Santa kicks it out. Throws it into Stone. Stone chips, pulls back. He's going to have a chip forward. Nice little offsides.
No, dangerous play.
A dangerous play. Well, he had his back to the defender, so I don't know. No, they called a foul.
Yeah, it's a
Dangerous play.
Indirect.
Settles. Osborne settles, relaxes, sees Stone in the middle. Plays the Stone. Stone's going to have people marking him. He slips on the grass. Nifong battles. Battles again. Almeyer with the run through, and that's a good effort out of Almeyer. And Betts needs to stay on his feet on that one.
Yep.
Allows them to make a play, and that's a great little takeaway by Travis Tanner, who leads Stone. Stone's going to go to the end line. Vanderbilt slows his run. And right there to Vanderbilt, it's just off the mark.
Pulled his head back.
Yeah, Vanderbilt slowed down because he knew that the ball would come back some. Betts, that's a nice little effort out of Betts. And there's a shirt tug, and the official needs to let him know, yeah, I'm playing advantage now, but he needs to tell him, hey, let go of the shirt. Travis Tanner with the pullback. It's a great through ball over to Stone, and he misses. I was going to say square, but I said through, so.
That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get talking a little faster to mind.
Well, for once, the play's actually going a little quicker now for the Dragons. They've been kind of a little slow at times.
Just sloppy, so sloppy
today.
Today.
Just off a little bit. I guess they're not used to waking up on a Saturday morning to play soccer. Betts chips it up. Out of bounds. Throw in Riley. Back heel. Almeyer reads it. Gets the ball to Vanderbilt. Gets it over to Nifong. Nifong's muscled off the ball. Betts breaks it away. And Trump with miss hit. Ball's chipped forward. Johnson going to stay with him all day. Just needs to contain him. Trump with the read. Blocks, intercepts a pass, and there's a good ball. And here's Vanderbilt in a foot race.
Not a very good touch to the outside.
Yeah, no, and he's not going to get it. And, well, I'll tell you right now that Brandon Santa is quick because he wasn't even sprinting, and he was keeping up with Vanderbilt with ease. So he's a fast runner. Had a good angle to it. Ball to Stone. Back to Vanderbilt to Stone. Stone's going to take it wide. Yeah. Well, the thing was he did block off Stone, but he led with his shoulder and initiated a contact. You can shield a player, but you cannot displace him from effort to the ball or impede him like that.
Yep.
So it was just
called obstruction. It impedes the progress of the player.
Yeah, if he would have just nice try, and it's going to be
a corner.
Should be a corner.
Oh, Roberto, you blew that.
Yeah, it went off of Nifong, hit the Riley player, and went out of bounds. And the AR is over there calling a corner,
yes.
And that's the correct call.
There we go. We got Travis Tanner now taking the kick. Then he's hiding back at the back post where he likes to.
Whips it out.
Nobody's there.
That settles.
Send that ball straight through.
Yep. Once again, high kick. That's two on Stone. I think
you have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Because that kid's lowering his head down.
Well,
so
but
who's creating the damage?
Well, Tim Almeyer was called for it the other day, but when Tim did it, he moved his body bent down and his head was almost at the waist. That play, the kid moved his head down, but Stone's foot was still up by his chest region, so that's probably why he called it. But it's one of those things that's up to the official's discretion. We talked about it. It's a gray area. And there's going to be a PK. Or they're going to say it's right outside the box. Outside the box. He landed on his hip pretty well. Almeyer made contact. Stop the clock. Yeah.
There he did.
There he did. Yep. Yeah. I guess a few fans asking them to stop the clock. They're only allowed to stop the clock once the official signals it. And he hadn't yet, so. Well, the Dragons are going to have to pay attention on this one. This is a good free kick area, but it's a kind of a short to get it up and over the wall and then down and in. But he can hit it correctly. This could be a real problem for Fishburne. Tries to go low in case the wall jumped, and it was unsuccessful.
And cleared out by Stone.
Yep.
Well done.
The wall did its job, and Fishburne got to relax for a second. And Dragons are going to have to wake up. Here comes an attempt, and it's a shot, and it's saved by Fishburne. Shot on goal.
Riley's playing pressure. Riley's still
Yep.
playing hard. And
They are
Argos has
very,
slacked off a little
they're
bit.
playing very well. Now, see, if Vanderwill could have been a step closer, then that would have been a dangerous play on there.
Correct.
But he was back far enough that it wasn't considered dangerous. Vanderwill, Stone. Stone crosses, and it's almost through, and it's going to be picked up by the keeper.
Nobody going to that ball.
Yeah, kind of waiting back.
Yeah.
Big hit. Bounce. Ballinger wide. Nope, straight up the middle, back to the other team. Betts moves, and there's going to be a foul on Betts. Using his shoulder and his body instead of going straight up, he kind of just walked through. Plays short. Knife on. Applies pressure. Betts hits it up, and Stone's going to have a breakaway. There's a foul.
He's got it.
Yep, and that should be a card because that was a goal-scoring opportunity.
This has to be a red.
Or a yellow at least. And he's not even going to pocket. It's a 1v1. He's ahead of the player, and he knocks him off the back of the ball from the backside. That's at least a yellow.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think Stone will be happy with having the opportunity here. A few things. And he makes them, well, the wall does its job, but that player's not feeling well now. He's asking for the sub.
Vinny rocketed that ball at
Yeah,
him.
he's wanting a sub ASAP after taking it for the team. And there's going to be a throw-in for the Dragons. Vanderwill gets it. Vanderwill needs pass to his feet. And two in a row, unfortunately, were not where they needed to be. Osborne has it, gets it up to Vanderwill. Good effort out of Osborne. Vanderwill looks, goes square. Here comes Knifeong with a good run. Turns it back. Turns. Runs into defense. Gets it. Here goes wide to Osborne. Osborne looks. Pulls back. Needs to make a quick cross. It's on the ground. It needs to be in the air on that one. Ballinger ends up with it. Ballinger's going to take a wild attempt. A little bit of a shank or miss hit, and it's
The Dragons are frustrated
15.
right now.
Yeah,
by
and
Riley's
you,
play.
yeah,
and
you gotta give it to
They have
Riley.
to settle down. They have to settle down. I mean, we are nowhere near playing our game right now,
Nope.
and we look very sloppy. I mean,
Well, and that I tell you what,
not very good.
Dragons are going to have to be careful. There's another great ball to Stone. Stone looks, turns, pulls back, a swing and a chop in the backside. And letting them just pretty much barrage each other there a little bit. So there's card.
I don't know if
Should
it's a
be.
card, but
It's a two-handed shove in the back. Boy, I tell you what. I don't understand. You give a card for a step towards the player in the box and just trying to intimidate somebody. You give the goalkeeper a card, and then you have a blatant 1v1 with the keeper, take down from behind where there's no card, and then you have a two-handed shove directly in front of you with no card. The consistency's not quite there on the staff. I mean, I'm not.
he's a good referee.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, he's done state
you
final
need
matches
to
and stuff, but he's,
got to be a little bit more consistent on what you're doing at times. And since I am a licensed official, I have the right to voice my opinion. Even if I'm not a licensed official, I have my right to voice my opinion.
Yeah.
You got to bring the cards out of the pocket to keep the game under control because it's getting chippier and chippier on both sides, and you don't want anybody hurt because you're not doing your job. And that's part of the job of the official is to keep everyone safe. So I think there could have been a card or two to keep the kids settled down.
Both ways.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Timmy Almeyer, really, it could have been a yellow there for a careless challenge. So, you know.
I agree.
Needless to say, it's still 26 minutes left in the game. Dragons are up 1-0. Stone gets the ball, goes through one, goes through two. And nice tackle, and there's a shot, and it's just missed. It was a little bit rough.
I don't know what he's not seeing there.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough, two-footed challenge. And he's saying, well, since Nifon got the shot, he wasn't going to call it. But it's still, once again, a little bit chippy on that. I don't know.
I don't understand what he's doing either.
Yeah, that's a little bit more than what I would have allowed. It was kind of obvious. But a smart little play there from Riley. Steps back and goes the other way to keep from Stone or the Dragons from getting it. But there's a good hustle out of Betts. And Betts is with a nice little outstep. Here's a 45. Tanner gets it, shot, and it's going to be off the goal post. Whoa. Great hustle out of Betts. Outstep around the player, then a nice little chip across to pull back, and Travis Tanner with the shot. It hits the goal post. Oh, man. Nice little individual effort out of there. I like to see that he's been doing a lot better with it. Grown into his playing form. It's just been very, very solid this year. Ball's played wide, and he couldn't go after it because he was off, so he allows Almeyer to go by and get it. Good recognition of the field of play from the Riley player. Good through ball. Here comes Vanderweel. Vanderweel pulls back, fakes, turns, goes back with his left. And here's a sliding tackle.
And a corner kick.
And a corner kick. Number 13 over there for Riley. Gehring. He's tenacious. He's tough. He's strong. He's physical. But he is going to be a card and a PK waiting to happen. You can only go with that kind of mentality for so long. Betts with a volley, and there's going to be a save.
Shot.
Nice eye. Watch it come to his feet. And a good shot. And there's a good save by the keeper. Yep. Throws out. Almeyer's going to intercept it. Slips again. The grass seems a little bit slick this morning. There's a lot of people sliding some, but in comes Chino, and out goes Osborne. It's going to be a Dragon throw-in. Ball's played up. It's going to be throw-in for Riley. They lose possession. Gets it back. He's a good battler. I like it. Number 2. And Betts maintains on his feet, and he goes, and he sees Stone going wide and tries the through ball. Chino has it. Gives it wide to Stone.
Play to feet, boys. Play to feet.
Stone loses it. Stone's going to battle back, and he goes around him. There's dangerous attacks again, and Vanderweel's going to put it in with the long cross, but they've got to get number 13 under control. He is going to hurt somebody. Boy, oh boy, I tell you. Johnson with the assist, Vanderweel with the goal. And they're going to have to watch. I just talked about it, and there's 2 pretty careless challenges.
Yeah.
And
the Brothers definitely have to keep control of the game. They're starting to get a little chippy out there right now.
Oh, man. Well, and it really, even the tackle on Stone wasn't that bad. It was a little careless, but the next one, just a diving and sliding, swinging wild with your leg, is a potential injury big time to another player. miss hit comes from when you go to ground, you can't play defense, and allowed Johnson to make a quality cross. And Vanderbilt, Chino, Stone, sorry, knife on tries to get a good hit, gets it off his toe, gets to Chino. Chino tries to hit it, and he gets it off the toe, and it goes wide.
No.
So. Ball's played back. Tanner has it. Looks. Chips to the center. Vanderbilt's looking a little tired. It's about time of rotation here. In comes
Sam Manikowski.
Sam Manikowski for Tim Almeyer. Freshman Manikowski having some good minutes for the Dragons. I really like the way he's been playing. He did a very good job in junior high. And here's a ball loose in the middle. Here's Stone. Stiff hand. Smart. Pulls it away. And gives a square ball to Betts. Betts good. And shot. And it's going to be blocked. Nope. It's just out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Not a very good first touch.
No, just missed the
gotta
settle it. And once again, as soon as Stone got the ball 13 with the stiff arm, and the AR not thinking it was too bad.
Yeah.
But, that's all it takes to knock a player off their balance.
He's definitely going to be playing at the next level, and a lot of these refs around this area
and they're letting him, he gets the brunt of some of the bad stuff due to that.
This is what you're going to experience next year at the next level. So
yeah.
You might as well learn to handle it now.
Well, part of, as far as I'm concerned, if it's a foul, it's a foul. It doesn't matter who it's against. It doesn't matter if the one player is real big or one player is real small. If it's a foul, it's a foul. And when it comes down to it, if you're up 7-0 on a team and it's a foul, it's still a foul. You got to call it because that's how you keep the game in check. And it's not the kids that the foul's on.
There's another foul where kids just slid around.
Yep, and it's not the kids' fault. Like, if you're up by 7, it's not your fault you're up by 7. If you get fouled, you still should be called. It doesn't matter. And some of the officials get a little lenient when it comes to the team that's losing. And so there's a header out. And, and players, you betcha. I had there's a foul again, dangerous play. Travel game the other night, where parents thought that a smaller player for the team was getting knocked off the ball. And well, she's just a bigger girl, and she's using her body correctly. She's not using her arms, so can't help genetics. Not going to make that call. Stone slips and falls. Stone's going to try to get back. He gets the ball back, and now he's going to go, looks, cuts back, and loses possession.
Doing a little too much.
Well, here's the thing is he's going to – and that's a nice attempt out of Vanderbilt. He's getting to be kind of a marked player. Everybody knows who he is, and he's going to have to learn either you're going to go through with a good chance or you're going to have to dish it super quick, which he typically does. But he's getting a little frustrated, and that frustration's making him hold on to it, and he's wanting to try to get through him. Oh, and that's a good defensive play out of Manikowski, and that's smart. Good play out of the freshman. Stayed with him, didn't go for the fake, and ran through it.
There's an illegal throw.
It's all right. Sometimes you get to see some of these things up here that you don't typically see. Here's Betts. Betts plays a little bit hard, and the keeper's slow to react, but he's going after it. Picks it up. Yeah, he's not. It's been a long time since he's been out.
Yeah.
So he's not going to make that run. Manikowski misjudges. Now he runs straight back. Ballinger clears it out with ease. Illegal throw again. Never stopped walking the entire time. Good through ball in the middle, and Stone's all the way back to cut it off. Smart play. He's playing midfield, and he has no problem with falling back. Ball's played over on the side. Tanner chips it up. There it goes. Throw in Dragons. Going to be a sub. And out comes Johnson.
Yep, Evan Johnson. Timmy Allmeyer coming in for Evan Johnson.
Kind of figured that's kind of been of a rotation the last couple games. Almeyer gets one break, and Manikowski's been coming in. And then Almeyer comes in and gives Johnson his break, and typically Johnson will end up coming back in, and out will either go Manikowski or possibly Zach Trump if he needs a break. So Manikowski doing the freshman minutes, doing a great role play for the Dragons. They're going to call Chino for the foul for holding on to him.
He was hanging on him
Foul on Argos.
like he was his big brother.
Yep, kind of just held his arms and saying, you know, Coach Vanderwill letting them know that, hey, you got to be smarter than that. If you can't get it, you can't get it, but there's no reason to give him a free kick. Let him make a mistake. Header out by Trump. Stone gets the ball.
2 forwards need to check back. They're just standing up there waiting. Hopefully getting the ball.
Waiting for the run, waiting
it's
for a
not very
sprint.
good
It's
soccer at all.
And
Watch
there's
this.
a play out, and here comes Almeyer with the throw-in. Telling Stone to pull his socks up. They've scooted down after, well.
He's worried about his safety, but not
Yeah,
too much
worried
inside
about the
box.
socks, but not worried about the tackles on the players, but he's worried about his shin guards at the moment. I was about ready to say the shin guards got scooted down due to the fact that there was a slide tackle that took them out, but here's a long play for the Dragons. Foul on Riley. Let's see what happens. Stone's going to whip it in and curl it to the 18. He's going to put it up to the keeper, Vanderwill, and it's headed out by Riley. Nice one-touch hit from Riley to clear it out, and Manikowski heads it up. Ball's played wide, and it's not going to be retained. And there's going to be a sub for the Dragons and for Riley. And there's the sub for Vanderwill. We knew it was only a matter of minutes because he's been getting tired. Here we are, 15 minutes left in the game. Dragons up 2-0. Not been the most impressive showing out of the Dragons. Still working hard, but
In for Argos, number 11.
a couple of things.
In for Riley, number 7. Ezekiel Gonzalez.
Been a long week. They're going to use this next couple of days to relax. Naifong plays up to Chino. There's 2 hands on his back,
And
they got the call. And I think Riley's starting to wear out, and you can see it. And there's a lot more frequency of fouls, and that just comes from when you get tired, you make some poor decisions. And there's a shot on goal from Ballinger. Here's a hit. Ballinger heads it up, and Manikowski's making a run to the line. Manikowski making a nice sprint. Turns it with the outstep wide. That's a smart little play out of bounds, and the Dragons can reset. And Manikowski staying between them and the goal, allows it throws, goes out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick for the Dragons.
Yeah, very impressed. I mean, Sam Manikowski got a lot of great minutes down at Faith Christian. And Timmy Almeyer wasn't feeling very well, so he filled in for him almost the entire second half and played very well.
He's been getting a lot of time, obviously, with the JV, playing almost the whole game. So it's been a very good thing for him. He did outstanding. It was one of my leaders for the junior high last year, and it's really showed through that he's paid attention to the game, and he's learned, and he's really liking it now and understands what he needs to do. So ball over to Osborne. Turns and shields correctly. Miss hit, unfortunately, and the ball gets taken away. Plays nice defeat from Manikowski to Tanner. Tanner to Naifong. Switch the field of play. Needs to be defeat, though. Leads Betts, and it's not going to be able to get to it.
It's too easy.
And there's a nice play from Ballinger in the center. Straight out to Tanner on the wide. Goes toward the touchline. Osborne gets a good through ball. Osborne. And it's going to be another goal or corner kick for the Dragons. And even though Osborne just came in, he looked like he had heavy legs on that one. End of the game. So let's see. Going to have Tanner with the outswinger with the left. And I'd like to see him keep it closer to the end line and then get it out. Much like that one. Here's the long ball. Vanderwill or Stone puts it towards the middle.
That's got to be in there by the 6-yard line.
Yeah, you want it in there at 6, in between the 6, yeah.
Way too much every time, so.
Well, he's got that left curl that goes real far, so, yeah, if you can get a nice, you typically try to aim for a good quality paced ball anywhere between the 6 and the PK spot, and that's going to be the sweet spot for the offensive team. So you want to see that happen, but
Argos number 5, Lucas Vanderwell.
Vanderbilt back in. Here's Stone. He looks for distance, and he shoots it down low, and he scores it.
From unassisted, way down.
Unassisted. He just waited. You saw the composure right there. He slowed down, tapped the ball forward, picked his spot, hit it low and hard, just enough pace to get past the keeper.
Yeah, I mean, Riley's a little worried about his speed, so they were backpedaling, and when
Yeah,
they give him that much space,
You can't.
he just
We saw it last time, and you can't give it. Lakeland did the same thing. You back up and give him a step or two where he has room, and you could be paying the piper, and sure enough, so.
right. That was a good goal.
Yeah, it's just a nice quality play, and that's a nice through ball. Catches the Dragons off, and Fishburne reels it in off his line.
Derek Wesley.
Fish has done a well job this year.
Yeah, he's doing well. It's well, and sometimes it helps that your defense keeps the ball away from it quite a bit at a time. Always helps, but he's been challenged a few times, and he seems to be doing very well. And he doesn't go after it because he knew he was offsides, and Fishburne gets the ball again.
That lady should get out of here. I'm about to throw some punches. I just started.
I don't know what the sudden pause was there down there.
It was because the clock wasn't running.
I didn't know what Ruben
yeah.
Santos was doing there.
Well, he was offsides, and he knew he was. So he just held up. He knew his line. He knew he was off, so he didn't go after it. And Vanderbilt tries the same thing, just gets it off the mark.
That was Owen Nifong.
Or Nifong. Yeah.
Sorry,
They do look alike.
they look alike. So
Just the numbers different. A little bit of hair. They're same height, same body frame. Now, trying the same thing because, well, the keeper may not be able to get the ground quite as quick as some. So
Tyler Betts is back in. He
Yep.
subbed in for Owen Nifong.
hands on the back from Trumpy. And there's a quick play, and nice little turn, and Stone's going to tap it away and gives the ball back to Stone. And there's a great ball to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt first touch, and he turns it, and he chips it in, and it's going to be a goal.
Hat trick.
Hat trick, Vanderbilt.
Yep. Assisted by Stone.
All right. And there it is, hat trick for Vanderbilt. And
Goal by Lucas Vanderwell, assisted by Vincent Stone.
now it's 4-0, and like we said, they started to get a little bit tired, and you can see it now. The depth of the Dragons is a little bit more, as you can see, and they're doing well with it, starting to get those spacings, and it's relinquishing some of that midfield. And then someone like Stone and
It looks like
Vanderbilt and
Riley's,
Betts and thing is running through it. So
Riley's turned up a little bit. They went back to 3 backs now, and they
Yep.
moved another man up front. So they're just
well, the way they look at it is they want to get a goal.
Yep.
And if you lose by 3, 4, 5, 6, it's still a loss. It doesn't matter. They're wanting to put one in the goal to try to see if they can work that end of it. Goal kick for Ballinger. 10 minutes left in the game. Dragons up 4-0. Puts it right over to Johnson. Johnson lets it go. He turns, settles. And instead of Riley, with that high pressure we've seen, they are just backing up. And there's a Osborne needs to turn and make a quality pass on that. A little give and go behind him. But as you can see that, Johnson starts bringing the ball forward, and Riley just starts backpedaling. And when you keep backing up and giving out the space, you could be in some trouble. Here's a good little play. Osborne has it. Betts with a nice little touch. Going to apply some pressure. Smart play. Throws it in quick, and Trump's going to be there. To Osborne, to Betts. Betts, and there's the dangerous play.
Ball on Riley.
Stone puts it quick out to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's going to have to go, and that's where I want to see Tanner with the run. And there's number 2 is going to get a card. Oh, it gives it on Osborne.
Osborne must have been running these.
Osborne was saying something to her. I'm not real sure. It's going to be free kick, I guess. Now, once again, consistency. This is what I'm talking about. We're talking about consistency of the play and the consistency of the officials. You got someone that's talking to someone, and instead of just telling them to relax and be quiet, I don't know exactly what was said. It could have been profanity. You just don't know. But you call that, and you don't call some of these fouls with cards that we've seen throughout the game, and it seems a little bit.
And they get a little chippy.
It gets
they
a
take
little
retaliation,
and
they get frustrated because you're not calling them. So they do that, and then
there's a run through. Ballinger muscles him off, gets possession, and hits it out, and it's going to go off, and it's going to save in by Chino.
Dylan's a big kid. He's hard to push off the ball.
Stone with the through ball, and he gets it up to Nifong, over to curls back over to Crum. Crum chips, looks, puts it in the middle, and it's blocked, and it's going to go back to the keeper. He was looking for Nifong in the middle, a good little chance, but and I'm sure that might be the end. That's a good through ball. Going to be probably the end for Osborne for the game, getting a card this late. Not necessary just because he got a card, but he's going to let him rest. They're up 4-0.
That, and if he happens to go out there and
something silly happens.
Yep. Now he's out for the next game.
So there's no reason to put him back out there.
No.
So.
Altmaier brings the ball up. Tyler Betts sends a long ball to Matt Crum.
Unfortunately, Nifong hits it off.
19, Brandon Santa.
Good pressure by Crum.
Yep.
Making him go backwards.
Well, he's another one that puts in a lot of time on the JV and gets some good minutes. He came from the Culver program. And that's a good through ball. Olds, one touch, and he just goes wide. That's a great vision, great ball. And Olds runs on it and just unfortunately does not get the hit that he was wanting. He did the right thing, though, went far post.
Far post, and
so
just an unlucky event right there.
Yeah, good run, and that was a great
run.
through ball. Yeah,
that's the kind of plays that we're used to seeing the Argos make.
Yeah, right, you want those. You want the wide balls to create space, and then the central balls to create space for the wides, and that was just it right there. And a little unlucky on the hit.
Number 14, Carl Horvath.
So Betts and Nifong with a little miscommunication. They're going to handball, and it's going to be Johnson goes straight back, and
he knows it. He knows
Johnson and Trump, they crack me up because they run through and they go 100 mile an hour, and then they just drop back and say, I'm getting back in my spot because I know where I need to be.
They like their happy place.
There's a ball played in. Here comes Johnson, turns, and it's going to be a
no call. He's saying play on.
I would call that. Johnson turned his back when he ran into the player, but that's the way it is. Altmaier, and there's a header, and now there's a foul. Dylan Ballinger. Yep, Dylan Ballinger.
Turns his back and gives him a little shoulder love, and down he goes.
There's a little bit of size and mass difference between Ballinger and Johnson, and when Ballinger hits you, you tend to go down a little bit quicker and a little bit more. You understand? So here's a good distance for a chance, but it's kind of far, but it's got a good opportunity to get the ball up and low. And he puts it low and hard all the way through, and a shot on goal and a save by Fishburne.
Shot on goal by Brandon Santa.
Header. And Johnson or Crum's offsides.
He was.
Oh yeah, half
easy
step offsides there. If he'd just waited, but unfortunately, got a little excited, got a step forward. It's one of those things I would tell him, hey, you're the farthest one at that moment in time. You need to look down the line to make sure you're equal with the player, and.
Kids a lot of kids, all they see is that goal there.
All they see is the goal.
Excited
and then they
forget about the little stuff.
A lot of times they forget the fact that once it is and that's offsides again. Once again, when they forget, once it's just them and another player, they forget that the ball becomes the secondary defender, and they get in front of that ball and receive a pass, and all they have to do is stay behind to half step, and it's a legal play.
Correct.
But Dragons running the offside trap pretty decent.
We got 5 of them today so far.
So here's a great ball to Stone. Stone looks. He's got some space. He's looking to dish, and he shoots it, and it goes high. He was looking for a through ball, and no one was available, so he went ahead and took a chance. Puts the ball high.
Way out.
Looked like his uncle a little bit on that one. Just needed to be a couple feet higher.
Yeah. Then he would have been like you.
Once in a while. That happens.
Referee wasn't even in position to see
Nope.
if it went out of the box.
Not
or
even.
Not even close.
We're not picking on him. It's just kind of the facts of the game. So. And a very smart play, taking it away, hitting it out of bounds, allowing the defense to come back and set up, and ball's back out. Touched by Chino, out of bounds, throw in for Riley. All right, so we're 3.5 minutes left in the game. Dragons up 4-0. Looking to turn.
Well
Betts.
done, Betts.
Betts comes across. He's got some time, and he plays the long through ball. And
2 straight.
a little direct for what I would like. Betts had a ton of real estate in front of him. He carries that all the way up, applies that pressure, makes someone commit. Then Nifong and Crum become a little more open, and then you can make that quality pass. Well, here we are, Dragons
Chino with a
boys,
shot on goal.
going to have a huge contest next Wednesday when they go up and face the Plymouth Rockies.
And Plymouth Rockies right now are playing.
They are
best
playing
soccer
they have.
they have in a few years right now. I mean,
Upsetting
Goshen.
Yep.
And upsetting
Warsaw.
And
So.
They're beating. I do believe they beat LaPorte, possibly. I heard, and so they are playing some great soccer right
It's
now.
going to be a big challenge for them. And then on the girls' side, we have the next game is CMA on Thursday, which is senior night here at the Eugene Snyder Field, if I remember correct. So that's going to be a big game. CJA's been quality. I think they've had the best of the Dragons for at least the last 5 years. So if I remember correct. So it's going to be some big tests for the teams, boys and girls. So we'll have to see what they can do. So we are winding down. We're under 2 minutes. Heavy touch, and Old steps up and takes it. Stone has it, looks, gives a chip up to Olds. Olds with the touch, looks, got through, puts it square, and it's blocked off to Crum. It was a good pass to Crummy, and number 6, Salazar steps through with the outstep, chips it out, and it's going to be a corner.
That's the
very good
10th
vision.
corner, if my stats are correct. 10th corner out of the game for Argos.
That's a very, very good look from Olds. You'd like to see that. And Chino with the higher head.
I think I understand why Coach Randall had Vinny take the
There's
corner
a couple.
kicks,
There's a couple there that's been a little bit wild,
yeah.
but here's a good ball in, and Olds was kind of shielded off. Had 3 between him and the goalkeeper. And here's a step out of Johnson. He does it so well. He just needs to keep facing forward when he comes through there. Olds, and that's a good tackle. Olds comes back, gets the ball, puts it up to Nifong. Nifong turns. He's got a little bit of room. Nifong chips. Sees Chino on the back post. Chino looks, drops over to Stone. Stone settles. Heavy touch. Shot with the left, and it's not going to have the power he wants. He was wanting to set that right on his right foot to go far post and curl it, but fortunately for him, it went a little bit forward, and he had to use the left and didn't get a good hit. Gets the ball back in the middle. Loses it. Run through out of Trump. 18 seconds left, and O'Reilly is not giving up. Hits it forward. Chino to Stone. Stone's got time. Looks. Fakes. Shot, and it's going to be saved by the keeper. Another shot on goal out of the Dragons.
3, 2, 1.
A pretty good showing out of the Dragons. Not their best game, but by far not the worst I've seen them play. There'll be some things for Coach Vanderbilt to definitely say, hey, you do this again the next game, we're going to be in some serious trouble. So, but with that being said, I want to thank Joe Stone for coming up and helping us, and Steve is
Oh, it
out
was
on
fun. I appreciate you having me.
up there at the zone. I want to thank our sponsors again, RTC4 Communications, CNS Outdoors, obviously the zone that we just met, CNS Automotive, Rochester Taekwondo, I think First State Bank, and In Stitches and Sign, and
You can go to Ancilla for all you fans that are listening. Go to Ancilla ADU, and you'll be able to get the
Schedule.
soccer schedule and come up and see a game.
yeah, it's a local college. It's got 3 Dragon players on the boys' side.
They have players from Goshen, Concord, Plymouth,
LaPorte.
Rochester, LaPorte,
So
and even far as Texas and Russia, all on the team. So I mean, it's a variety, and it's very good, and it's a lot of fun. So, but I appreciate you having me today.
Yep.
It was fun. It's my first time, and hopefully I get a chance to do it again for you.
well, if I'm gone, I'll tell Mr. Stricker that you'll be filling in because I think there'll be some conflicts. I think I have a game on Thursday with the junior high, and we might be missing. Let me see here. We might be missing the home game. So, junior high, we have no, we don't. So that's kind of nice. We'll be here. I'll be able to watch the senior night. Next year, it's going to be probably a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
So, getting closer and closer, as Steve Stricker and I always say. But here comes the Dragons across. So, thank you and good night.
Good night.